The pressure being applied to ambulatory physician practices to reach milestones for adoption of healthcare IT over the next 24 months has resulted in confusion for the marketplace. We will continue to explore areas of concern for physician practices regarding meaningful use, adoption of healthcare IT, and impacts on clinical workflows. Today we're speaking with Patti Dodgen, CEO of Hielix. And Patti, I think the first question here is, are there three really important factors for physicians to pay attention to when they're evaluating and looking at selecting an EHR vendor?
Oh, yes, there are at least three. First of all, they need to take into consideration their specialty, whether they're family practice or primary care or focused on a specific specialty in medicine. It makes a very big difference around which EHR is the best fit, as different specialists have different workflows. And matching your workflow to the EHR and the character and interface is really the most important decision that you would make. I think the second consideration is whether or not you intend to run the software in your office on a server that's located there, or if you're going to subscribe to a hosted situation where sometimes called ASP or SaaS model, which stands for Software as a Service, where you would be a monthly subscriber but someone else would own the servers running the software and you would log in over a VPN, other secure means of getting into the software. Certainly, it makes a big difference in the overall cost of the model long term.
Okay.
And then I think finally, it's a personal decision. What is the physician, him or herself, comfortable with? The most important thing for them is to be required to change their clinical workflow as little as possible. Their workflow is the way that they really influence and maintain quality control over their overall process. So by finding an EHR that allows them to continue to use as much of their current clinical workflow as they possibly can, then you have less disruption, a shorter learning curve, and a quicker full implementation of the software product itself.
Okay. Is there a trend in the market today between physicians buying software to host physically in their location versus the software as a service model?
Software as a service is really starting to take off now, especially for the smaller practices. As I said, the cost and investment implications are much more realistic for a small 1 or 2 doctor practice than the purchase of the server and the software licenses that are required if you're going to run the software directly in your practice. So this puts very high quality and very robust applications at the reach of almost any practice regardless of size.
Okay. And for physicians looking to purchase EHR packages, how can Hielix help make that decision?
A big piece of the consulting work we do working with ambulatory physicians is specifically in helping them assess the market, figure out what their priorities are, create criteria for comparison of the different EHR products, one to the other, and then helping them go through the demos and evaluate and make the selection. We also do negotiation on the part of our clients in some cases. We find that sometimes it's easier for us to negotiate with a vendor because we represent many clients than an individual physician trying to negotiate themselves. And then typically we work to help coordinate the overall implementation and the training phase to support the practice through their learning curve, again trying to get them to full use and full utilization of the product as quickly as possible. And then we can help them with the process of filing to receive their incentive payments through the HITECH Act.